Are you ready whenever? Hi there. Come to you this week with a real contradiction. We know that Russia has now invaded the Ukraine. And of course, it makes it a very scary time. And we at the church are really holding the people of Ukraine and the world situation very much in our prayers. And of course, what I would choose to preach on this coming Sunday is festivity, festival, celebration. So I've got my work cut out for me in that context. But the two scriptures that I selected, in one sense, work with the circumstances we're in. I'm going to deal with that chapter in 2 Samuel where David dances before the Lord because he's bringing the Ark of the Covenant, that is the presence of God. He's bringing the Ark of the Covenant back into Jerusalem. And there are all kinds of contradictions and conflicts around his celebration, and we'll work with that. And then also the other scripture is the one out of Luke 7, where Jesus is dealing with those who are criticizing John the Baptist and Jesus. And you remember he says at that point that, people get angry with John the Baptist because he's an ascetic. And then they accuse him of having a demon. He doesn't eat or drink, so he must have a demon. And he says at the same time, the Son of Man comes and he is eating and drinking. And then he's accused of being a drunkard and a friend of tax collectors and sinners. See, part of the problem there was who Jesus was eating and drinking with. So while we've got two scenes that, in a sense, deal with celebration, they are certainly not unconflicted. And I hope you'll join us as we work through those in terms of the notion of festivity on the one hand, in a context of our international life, where things right now are difficult, even bad. I hope you'll join us online or in person. Okay, that was a little long, but
I think it's fine. I mean, the thing is, last couple ones you've done like a minute and a half. So anything like 2 minutes is maybe 2 minutes. I think it's fine.
Okay. All right, we'll do Stump the Preacher. Should I mention that we're beginning to develop an online church in this?
You could. I guess I also don't want to create like pressure, feeling like people have to join too.
That's a good idea. Okay, let's just do Stump the Preacher. And we're talking March 15, right?
Yep. And then, kind of just promoting needing ice-breaking questions for it.
Let's see. And how many sessions do we have? 4 set up? 4? Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me work with that then. All right. I'd like to invite you to a session that we're going to call Stump the Preacher. It'll be one of those sessions where you can ask any question you want to ask. And I'll just tell you right now, I may not be able to answer some of them, but the basic idea is not so much for you to ask questions and me to be the answer person, as it is for us to have a good conversation about key questions that you have. And of course, we will want your suggestions, directions, answers to those questions as well. But we're going to meet for the first time on March 15, and you'll be receiving information about that. And we're going to have 4 sessions, roughly every 2 weeks of this kind. So if you would like an opportunity to be in a setting where you can ask the questions that are most important to you, you may not get an answer, but I promise you we'll deal with them seriously and respectfully. So we'd love to have you join us. First time, March 15. Thanks.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
I didn't give a time.
I can put, the thing is I can put some of that stuff in the post.
You just put that on the post, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
so you have the video and then I'll have a little, like probably a sentence or two. I'll say like March 15th, I think it was 7 p.m. I'll put that in, was it 6:30? Maybe I'll have to go back and look at it. But
okay,
the time and then, yeah, and then,
that
and then
sounds,
they're like, hey, like comment if you got a question or email, and then I'll just have them send them to me. And then I
okay.
can kind of bunch them and use as icebreakers.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. All right, are we there?
Yeah, I think so, unless you got something else you want to talk about.
No, no, I appreciate this session. This was really helpful to me getting this stuff kind of,
Yeah,
out of hand. That's good. Okay, and I appreciated your schedule, so that's good.
well, I'll try to start putting them. I was thinking about that, of trying to have ways that, like, I also have, Mary Allison, I also created a social media calendar. We can invite you to, it's a Google calendar.
Okay,
Um, and we just pretty much just put like when we're gonna post, like the tidings, like the text from text, all of that type of stuff in there.
yeah,
Um, so then that will be going out on like when our social media thing is, and then we're kind of just filling it in. And then she and I are kind of putting like, I'll put something in and say, hey, I need this from you. And then she figures out, oh, okay. Like
sure.
I need like a thumbnail or a promotional photo.
Okay, okay, sounds good.
You know,
Thank you, Matt.
yeah, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Okay,
Have a good one.
bye-bye now.